The world wants your reaction. It feeds on it. Every insult, every notification, every argument, is bait. Every single day, countless decisions are made in moments of reaction. According to research in behavioral psychology, nearly 90% of our daily choices are influenced by emotions rather than logic. Think about that for a moment. Most of what we say, do, or regret, it doesn't come from careful thought. It comes from a reaction we couldn't control. The strongest person in a room is rarely the loudest. It's the one who doesn't react. The one who breathes. Who pauses. Who waits, while everyone else loses control. The Stoics knew this thousands of years ago. They believed that your ability to control your reaction is your ultimate freedom. When you control your reaction, you control your reality. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words echo through time because they remind us of a truth many forget. Our peace isn't stolen by what happens to us, but by how we respond to it. When someone insults us, when things fall apart, our first instinct is to lash out or defend ourselves. But here's the paradox. Every time emotion takes the wheel, we give away our power. We let others decide how we feel and act. That's not freedom, it's slavery to impulse. The power of not reacting isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's choosing dignity over chaos, silence over noise, clarity over confusion. The one who pauses becomes powerful. Reaction without reflection always costs more than it gives. When you don't react, you don't suppress your emotions, you master them. You start choosing responses instead of reactions. You reclaim your peace, while everyone else is still fighting for validation. Because every reaction is a transaction, and peace is too expensive to trade away. So, next time someone tests you, don't react. Observe. Don't speak. Breathe. And watch what happens when you no longer give chaos your energy. Choose that pause, that silence, that refusal to hand over your soul to the chaos of the moment. That is where transformation begins. The less you react, the more powerful you become, not because you control others, but because you finally control yourself. So today, we're diving deep into 5 Stoic rules that will prove how powerful you become when you stop reacting and start responding. So as you listen, don't just hear these words, practice them. Picture yourself calm in the storm, steady amid chaos. That is the true power of not reacting. Before we begin with the first principle, if you find value in this message, like the video, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more insights on strength and clarity. Say it aloud and drop it in the comments. I choose wisdom over reaction. Number 1, the dichotomy of control. Focus on what's within your power. Everything in life can be divided into 2 simple categories. What you can control and what you cannot. Epictetus opened his Enchiridion with this very truth. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. You can't control what people say about you. You can't control the weather, the economy, or how others think. But you can control your thoughts, your choices, your attitude. The Stoics called this understanding the foundation of peace. Because the moment you stop wasting energy on what you can't control, you take all that energy back for what you can, your response. Imagine standing in a storm. Rain pours down, wind howls, you can curse the weather. Or you can adjust your cloak and keep walking. That's Stoicism in motion. Life will always send storms. But your reaction decides whether you drown or walk through with calm. So the next time you face chaos, pause and ask, is this within my control? If yes, act wisely. If not, let it go. Freedom begins when frustration ends. And frustration ends when you stop fighting what you can't change. Number 2, the sacred pause, your gateway to freedom. In a culture that glorifies speed, stillness becomes strength. We reply instantly, argue instantly, decide instantly. And in that rush, we lose wisdom. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." The Stoics practiced what we might call the sacred pause. A moment between impulse and response. That pause is your shield. The space where you regain control over the storm inside. Think of it this way. The first feeling you get when provoked, that spark of anger or hurt. That's not the problem. The problem begins when you let that spark become a fire. But if you pause, one deep breath, one heartbeat of silence, your logic catches up to your emotion. Your higher mind steps in. And suddenly, you're free. You can pause before replying to a message. Before speaking in anger. Before judging a situation. Each pause is a victory. A reminder that your peace matters more than your pride. Marcus Aurelius put it simply. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. The pause is where that revocation begins. It's where freedom starts. Pause. Breathe. Choose. Because the wisest person in any room is rarely the first to react. Number 3, emotional detachment. Let go of attachment to outcomes. One of the greatest sources of suffering isn't failure. It's attachment. Attachment to success, to approval, to control, to results. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." When you attach your peace to how things turn out, you hand your happiness to chance. But when you detach, when you focus on the process, the effort, the virtue, you become unshakable. The Stoics didn't avoid emotions. They transformed them through reason. They accepted that outcomes are uncertain. But character is always within your command. Think of an archer. He trains, he steadies his aim, he releases the arrow. But once that arrow leaves the bow, the wind, the target, the outcome, none of it is under his control. His job ends with the release. That's Stoic detachment. So in your work, in your relationships, in your goals, give your best, but release the rest. Do what's right, not what's rewarded. Act with integrity, not attachment. When you stop chasing outcomes, you start living in peace. You stop reacting to every success or setback, and begin walking in steady wisdom. Number 4, the mirror of truth, what your reactions reveal about you. Your reactions are reflections. Mirrors that show you what still controls you. Epictetus said, "When someone provokes you, be sure that it is your own opinion which provokes you." If anger arises, look inward. It's not the person who made you angry. It's the story you told yourself about what they did. If you're insulted and it stings, ask yourself, why does it sting? If someone calls you lazy and you know you're disciplined, you won't care. But if their words hurt, maybe a part of you believes them. That's what Stoics understood. Emotions are messengers. They point to wounds, to pride, to ego, to fear. Instead of running from them, study them. The next time you're triggered, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? What truth is this revealing about me? Every reaction becomes a lesson. Every frustration becomes a mirror. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If someone can show me that I'm mistaken, I will gladly change. For I seek the truth by which no one was ever harmed." To the Stoic, self-honesty is sacred. The world isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Your reactions are its lessons. Number 5, mastery of emotion, channel feelings with discipline. To master yourself is not to feel nothing. It is to feel deeply, but choose wisely. Marcus Aurelius faced war, betrayal, loss. Yet his writings are calm, compassionate, disciplined. He didn't suppress emotion, he guided it. The Stoics believed emotions arise from our judgments. Change the judgment, and the emotion follows. For example, you get angry because you believe you've been wronged. But if you see that wrong as ignorance rather than malice, the anger softens. If you see a setback as training, not punishment, the fear fades. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Emotional mastery is freedom. Not from feeling, but from being ruled by feeling. It's turning anger into focus, fear into caution, sadness into reflection, and love into purpose. This takes practice. Each moment you resist being pulled by emotion, you strengthen your inner muscle. You become, as the Stoics would say, a fortress within yourself. So, don't aim to suppress what you feel. Aim to shape it, until every emotion becomes fuel for virtue. So let's reflect. Rule 1, focus on what you can control. Rule 2, pause before reacting. Rule 3, detach from outcomes. Rule 4, use your reactions as mirrors. Rule 5, master emotion through discipline. These are not just rules. They are practices. They are the daily armor of the calm warrior. The Stoics lived in chaos. Yet they found peace because they ruled completely in their own mind. In a noisy, angry world, the power of not reacting will make you unshakable. Every time you pause, you choose freedom over impulse. Every time you detach, you protect your peace. Every time you master emotion, you build strength no one can take from you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So guard your thoughts. Guide your emotions. And when life tests you, do not react. Respond with reason. Because calm isn't weakness. It's wisdom." Leave a comment below. I control myself, not the world. That's where true freedom begins.